All right, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the Turbo community. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for literally showing a tremendous amount of love. The love that you guys showed me on the update yesterday, and even from the beginning, is just absolutely amazing. And I just want to say I appreciate all the positive comments coming in. So, of course, we know what time it is. We're going to be talking about Turbo. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So, looking across the board right now, we're seeing substantial, and yes, I repeat, substantial amount of red across the board. And I know a lot of people are scratching their head. I'm sure, the Turbo community is not scratching their head right now, but, the broader market is wondering, Bitcoin is absolutely exploding right now. So why in the world are we seeing, a little bit of a red? Settle down, we're going to be talking about that. But if we're looking at the price of Turbo, currently sitting at 1.2 cents, up 0.7% in USD and about 1.7% in Ethereum comparative. We're seeing a little bit of a lag in Bitcoin comparative, down about 0.7%. The market cap at 838.4 billion. Wow. Did I say billion? Apologies. I hope I hope Treble can get to that, but that is just absolutely unheard of. Those are some crazy numbers. I meant million. And guys, come on, let's be realistic. $838 billion is a crazy number, and I hate to say it, I don't see Treble getting to that, market valuation, because that's just unheard of. But to correct what I was trying to say, we are currently sitting at $838.4 million in terms of its market cap, and the 24-hour trading volume at 236.7 million. But before we get into it, as always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So looking across the board right now, especially over the last 24 hours, pretty much if you're going across the board, a lot of coins are down. But if you're looking at Turbo, it seems to be the only coin, especially in the top 10, that is still holding on to the momentum that it really has. So that is, of course, a great big plus point that we could obviously point out. With that said, if you're looking at the Bitcoin Dominance Index, you cannot make this up. The Bitcoin Dominance Index was able to make its way back above a new yearly high, approaching 59%. Why is this the case? Because look at what's happening with Bitcoin. Bitcoin wicked all the way up to $68,000 for the first time since July. If you follow the channel on a regular day-to-day basis, these are some levels that I've been speaking about, and how I've been saying that, these are some levels that could actually come true very fast. And, with this Bitcoin momentum that we're seeing, could we really start seeing an all-time high popping out in the next 2 weeks? Because we have about 2.5 weeks until the month of October comes to an end. Are we about to see the month of October closing in a positive way? Because of course, I've been quite clear, there's still a lot of uncertainty within the cryptocurrency market as well as the traditional market. And investors are still sidelined and a little bit hesitant due to the fact that obviously the elections are coming up, and the elections are a massive key factor. Obviously, that kind of increases the uncertainty, which we're seeing right now, believe it or not. But despite that fact, Bitcoin is moving, and it's moving fast. And as I've stated to you guys before, once you see Bitcoin crossing $70,000, which it's starting to do almost, that's where all-time high could be very, very near. So it would not be coming as a surprise to me at all if Bitcoin makes its way back above, an all-time high. And again, if you want to see Bitcoin hitting an all-time high, that itself is a move of an additional 10%. And I would not be surprised if we actually do end up seeing an all-time high for Bitcoin before the US election even happens. But again, obviously one step at a time, needs to clear some key resistances in order for us to obviously get a little bit more confirmation, especially around that $70,000 price point. But we'll see what happens. But as of now, beautiful bounce for Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin tends to see these types of moves, guess what happens to altcoins? Altcoins tend to lag, especially if Bitcoin dominance also goes up with Bitcoin. So usually, if you notice, if Bitcoin goes up as well as the dominance index, that means altcoin money is flowing into Bitcoin. And usually when all-time high talks start happening, Bitcoin starts heading towards key levels, which brings in excitement for Bitcoin hitting an all-time high. Dominance usually does tend to go up, and that's what we're seeing happening. And if you're noticing the market, you're actually seeing altcoins, majority of the altcoins actually lagging behind Bitcoin, and that is the importance of understanding what the dominance index really is, and the importance of that, and kind of understanding the correlation that it has for the entire crypto market. But anyhow, looking at Turbo. So once again, I spoke about this yesterday to you guys. Turbo, at that point of recording the update that I did yesterday, it was pretty much at its all-time high at that point, and I did state would not be surprised if we do see Turbo entering price discovery mode. And you could see this for yourself. We actually saw a new all-time high for Turbo with this Bitcoin bounce. It actually went up to 13.4, so 0.0134 cents, which is absolutely insane. You know what the craziest thing I want you guys to understand is this: after breaking out of this key resistance, Turbo went up 97.4%, and we're not talking 5 days ago. This is literally just 2 to 3 days back. 2 to 3 days back, October 12th. If you picked up some Turbo, you are already up double your money. And again, double your money is a big gain at the end of the day. Don't listen to the trolls that say it's not. So if you see those life-changing gains, guys, as I've stated to you guys before, do not forget to lock in profits. But this type of momentum that we're seeing is completely different from what we have seen in Turbo. And Turbo has shown us the significance of its momentum before as well. Look at this beautiful rally back in May, and then of course consolidation. And even though we had seen massive amounts of volatility within the crypto space, one thing, as you guys know, I'm 100% unbiased. One thing is quite impressive is that the price of Turbo did not go below the 0.003 cents mark. We have seen several different retests at that key support line, and we actually saw that in September as well, which was just last month. So if you picked it up around that price point, you're up right now 300+%, which is absolutely insane. But with that said, of course, the momentum, it's still, and in my honest opinion, again, this is my own personal opinion, not financial advice. At the end of the day, only time is going to tell. But what I personally think is, with the momentum Turbo is seeing right now, would not be surprised if it does makes its way back above. It never has, but so I wouldn't be surprised if it does retest $1 billion market cap, which again is the psychological market valuation, before seeing a little bit of a retracement. So I do think there is a little bit more upside for Turbo before seeing a little bit of a consolidation. But even though a lot of people love this, right, and I am absolutely a fan of these types of moves. But with that said, guys, I cannot stress this enough. Lock those profits in, and if you don't want to lock in profits, at least have some stop losses in place in case the price were to drop. Your profits are safe. Cannot stress this enough, because times like this, when you are seeing times like this, speaking from my own personal opinion, I personally tend to think, I just only think bullish. Obviously over time, I've been in this market for 8 years, and I've learned so much, and I've made so much mistakes. I've lost thousands and thousands of dollars, but on the Crypto ZX channel, I care about each and every one of you guys. Don't want you guys to lose these types of life-changing gains. So lock some profits in. I still do believe if things were to turn around, 97.68 would be a key support. But as of now, we are about to see once again a daily close around this, and if a daily close happens above 1.2 cents, would not be surprised if we actually do end up seeing Turbo heading towards that $1 billion market cap with this Bitcoin momentum. So we're going to take it one step at a time, of course. Love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for all your support. Cannot thank you enough. We'll see you tomorrow. It's been Crypto ZX, and peace out.